What's good, YouTube? It's your boy K Flex, and I'm back here with another video. And I gotta hurry to make this video because I got a lot of stuff to do today. I gotta do a whole bunch of homework. But the Miami Dolphins have lost again for the 6th straight week. Okay, it's getting bad, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know when the last time we made a positive win video. I don't know if we'll ever make one again for the rest of my life. But here we are right now. We lost another game. This time to the Atlanta Falcons, who are also terrible. They've beaten up on they're 3-3 now, so you might think they're pretty decent, but they've beaten like the 3 worst teams in the league, including us. So real quick, and Atlanta fans, if y'all click on this, don't dislike the video because I said that. Okay, you guys know it's facts. I'm not gonna say y'all bad, but I mean y'all whatever y'all think y'all are. Okay. Anyways, now we get into the situation where we lose to the Atlanta Falcons. This game was actually interesting, though. That's the only thing I respect about this game, and what I like a little bit more about this game in particular, this loss, is it actually was watchable. And that's sad because typically we don't even put out watchable products. So the fact that we even had a watchable game was, I guess, something new for a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? This game was actually pretty watchable. We played well. I mean, listen, when two bad teams are going at it, like both teams look pretty good. So I think the Falcons fans are going to be pretty confident. We're going to be pretty confident. In real life, we're trash, okay? If we go play the Bills to next week, we're going to get brought back down to reality. But this game, we looked pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Because we played another team that was pretty trash. Tua, okay? Because we got to get into Tua. Tua's like the talk of the team, right? You got to get to Tua. If you want to talk about the Dolphins, you got to talk about Tua. Especially with all these trade rumors. So Tua, the second half, I think he really turned it up. He was looking okay in the first half too, but he had 2 incredibly just obnoxiously bad picks that really came back to bite us. He definitely did choke some in this game. So did the defense. It was a shared effort. When you're a bad team, you're gonna make mistakes. Okay, we're a bad team. Our quarterback makes mistakes. Our defense makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. It's like 2 players. Even Waddle had a drop a couple weeks ago, but it's like Mike Gesicki's like the only guy that just actually does his job, like seemingly. But yeah. Other than that, Tua's performance today, if you ask me, was pretty solid. You know, it started off, rocky, especially when he threw that second pick. But after that, we turned up. And I think Tua played pretty solid. I like to see him passing the ball, actually. And it looked like he was opening up a little bit more. Even though we was losing, it was to a point where it was like, man, just let Tua throw the ball, see what he could do. And he was making the right reads from what I was seeing, except for just the egregious picks that he threw. He was doing pretty well in that regard. So, but again, he's not. He still gets blamed for the loss because of those 2 picks were so bad, and in the position that we were in the second half. One of them was in the second half, and it was like it was in Falcons territory, right? So it was a shift in points there because I think they scored 7 off that too. So it was like that just can't happen. In the second half, for you to throw that pick in Falcons territory, it's just inexplicable, okay, and it's not explainable. But for the most part, he looked pretty good. It looked pretty solid, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, he didn't do bad enough to where it's like we have to get Watson, but he also didn't play good enough to where it's like, oh, we got to keep Tua. But I think if you had, like, he did play, it was a lot more good than bad this game with Tua. I'll put it that way. If you want to just, in short, say that, Tua, it was a lot more good than bad. I think everybody could agree on that. Well, maybe. But those 2 picks were just like, absolutely horrendous. Like, if you defend those picks, you're just an idiot. Okay? And then our defense choked on the last drive of the game after, they played pretty okay, but, our defense, they fall apart. They're like mediocre as shit. They was elite. They're just regular now. They're just a regular defense, okay? They're not too bad. They're not too good. They're just regular as hell. Just like our offense. Our offenses are usually bad, but this game, our offense looked pretty okay, okay? It was slow at times, but it looked normal at least. It didn't look just completely like we didn't have no clue what was going on the field like it does most weeks, okay? So that's like, I guess that's another positive sign. Overall, after this game, I just don't think Tua gets traded because I think Tua showed a lot this game. I think he showed enough. I mean, even though he did those bad picks, like he didn't look lost this game. Like we didn't look so scary this game. I don't know, it was something different about this game where things didn't look so, I don't know, like no hope. Like it's been like the last few weeks. Like this game, it was like, in the 4th quarter especially, I think that's why I'm saying this. In the 4th quarter, he didn't get the chance to get the ball back for a last drive, but he started looking pretty solid and settling down, especially those last few drives. And, he has some leadership traits that you see him, you know what I'm saying? And just some of the things he does, like cadence and stuff like that, you look into it, you're like, okay, he's not that bad. He's not that. But those 2 picks were inexplicable, like I said. But again, he does enough to where I just don't think we trade for Watson. but he didn't do so much where I think it's completely off the table. But I would say it's about 90% chance that we just keep Tua, honestly. If he would have thrown another pick after that, like if he would have completely melted down after that second pick, then yeah, he had to go. But he didn't melt down after that second pick. 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Pretty solid game. I mean, you lost the game, but you went out swinging, and that's what, you know, is respectable, rather than going out throwing hitches and not picking up first downs and getting benched and all that. You know what I'm saying? He went out swinging. So respectfully, you got to respect that a little bit, even if you don't like Tua or want him traded. Xavier Howard had an interception, humongous interception. Shout out to Xavier Howard. Good to see him getting back in there. We had a fumble. Our pass rush, we wasn't getting to Matt Ryan at all. I don't know what's going on with them. But they usually, I mean, we're just so mediocre. We have no like shining bright stars, like where I say, why didn't Jalen Phillips? What was Jalen Phillips today? Because it's like I'm so expected of these people to not do anything. Like, so it's like it's not like a situation where, okay, if the team stops Aaron Donald, the world stops. Oh my God, how did they stop Aaron Donald? Or if a team stops Khalil Mack, oh my goodness, what are they doing to slow down Khalil Mack? We don't have nobody to where I'll be like, oh my God, how did they stop this guy on defense? Because all our guys are like regular as fuck. Xavier Howard did get that interception, but he also gave up a big catch to Kyle Pitts across the sideline, which he was stride for stride with Pitts. Pitts just made a better play. Xavier Howard didn't jump, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Overall, I mean, I think this game, if we played the Falcons 10 out of 10 times, I mean, we'd win half, they'd win half. Like, it was just that situation. It wasn't a thing where they necessarily outplayed the hell out of us. It wasn't a thing where we necessarily played super horrible. It was just a thing where 2 bad teams, evenly matched. We met up at a field. We were at home, however, so we should have won. And we duked it out, and they won. But at the end of the day, next week we could play the same Falcons team, we could beat them. It's just that we're just 2 bad teams. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really want to argue about it too much, because I know next week we go play the Buffalo Bills. We're not gonna look nothing like this team. I guarantee you, we're gonna get our ass beat. I'm just telling you the facts. I mean, I hate to be that negative guy, but I'm just telling you the facts. We're gonna get our ass beat. Then we go on a bye week, and that should be great. The bye week should be amazing. Okay, because then we can't lose. Anything else? Probably not. I mean, yeah, we just lost again, y'all, to the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, what can you really say? Let's go over some stats and let's go ahead and get up on the road. I got to do homework. Tua, stat-wise, looked pretty decent. Had 2 really bad interceptions that are just inexplicable and costed us the game at points. Defense looked okay. They looked okay at times. They looked bad at certain times. On the biggest drive of the game, they failed to get a stop. Myles Gaskin running the ball looked pretty good, 4.5 yards a carry. Tua was running the ball a little bit. He looked pretty decent. I don't know why I thought Tua was a little faster coming out of college, but he's not that. Like, he's just, like, he can run a little bit, but like he's not the type that's really gonna make a guy miss. I know he did against the Cardinals last year, but like even like when he runs, it's like a linebacker, you could easily trip Tua up. It's not a situation where it's like a Lamar. Obviously he's not Lamar, but even what's a guy who I think would run and be able to like shift off something. I don't know. He's just not shifty at all. He's a quarterback. It's fine. Mike Gesicki, obviously our _1 target, and then Jalen Waddle, and then after that, you just have a bunch of like a pool of just mediocrity as far as receivers go. But then we're getting Devontae Parker back in, hopefully Will Fuller as well. Emmanuel Ogbah was the one that forced the fumble, but as far as pass rushing, do we even get a sack this game? Yeah, we got one. Oh yeah, Holland got a safety sack, but other than that, our front four didn't get to the quarterback at all. I mean, they just didn't. They just couldn't. And that's what happened. Jason Sanders, didn't he kick a field goal this game? 0 for 1? Yeah, 0 for 1. So, what can you do? Was Jason Sanders over? I didn't even see him miss the field goal. Jason Sanders missed the field goal? Was it before half? Probably before half. Anyways, guys, get in the comment section and know what you guys think. Miami Dolphins lost another. It was blocked. Oh, it was a blocked one. It was a blocked one in the second quarter. Yes, that's what it was. Yeah, we got a field goal blocked too. I mean, it was just too. I mean, again, there was many avenues for us to win, but again, it was just 2 bad teams duking it out, and we could have won this game. We didn't win, but we went out fighting at least, and at least we went out like we had some heart and common sense. I know it's kind of sad to say because we're playing the Falcons, but I understand. Like, I've accepted that we suck, so. It's at least if we're gonna suck, let's like suck and be watchable. You feel me? Like, I'm not so cocky to the point where I'm like, oh my God, why are we even sweating with the Falcons? No. At the beginning of the season I was, but I know what team we are now. Trust me, we're sweating with the Falcons because we're on the Falcons level. In fact, we should hope we're on the Falcons. Like, we might be below the Falcons. We just lost one. So that's what it is. Okay. Like, comment, subscribe. What the 11K on Facebook flexing. I'm out.